Just Cause 3 is the video game equivalent of fulfilling your dreams of using nuclear warheads on innocent civilians in an island where one general goes into horse mode. The island is cast into a totalitarian regime where there is only going to exist pain and suffering. We play as the first ever American humanoid drone set on a mission to bring as much freedom and democracy as much as dronally possible. Doing so, in the middle of a conflict between the rebel forces and the bad people, our protagonist is forced to join side with the rebels in order to bomb the shit out of everything you so deem as an enemy. So like every other good game out there, you have your companions by your side to help you in this battle. For example, Mario Frigo, Scientist Girl, the Wrath of God,
Zeus, your son has...
and Oppenheimer.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
So if you wanna see mass murder, 50 types of terrorism, and laggy gameplay, then let me be your guide into this wonderful island of Just Cause 3, the first ever game where you can make Bikini Autumn a fucking joke.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Now this game is really simple, bombastically simple. All you do the entire game is shooting people and blowing shit up, and that's the best thing you can ever ask for. In other video games, you get to watch a pretty animated scene while doing absolutely nothing, but not in Just Cause. In Just Cause, you are the animated cutscene, meaning that you are free to burn down a small community to the ground while having fun. Just make sure you have a good device to run it. Even though this game is from 2015, it's still putting my poor little Xbox One into lifeline support, since in this damn age, not even the best GPU on the market can run Monster Hunter Wilds on 60 FPS without DLSS. I want to play this game so bad. Assuming that you have a good device to fight the sun, it's time to learn what makes this game good. Aside from the default Just Cause shit, like the grappling hook and the parachute, you also get a wingsuit, which is, to put it simply, the best form of transportation in the game, creating a surgical synergy between your three forms of movement. For about 2 hours until you get the Iron Man armor and becomes Tony Stark. Jarvis, blow this guy's nuts off. By the time you unlock the OP wingsuit, the game becomes a A10 Warthog simulator, but I will talk about that later. Now that you have your ways of transportation, what are we supposed to do? Well, have you not been paying attention to the gameplay? You're going to spend the majority of your time blowing red objects up with your missiles and your rocket launcher. I mean, you could shoot people with your gun, but explosives do the job faster and better. There is also a good variety in explosives that you can use, like the guided missile. No one uses this shit, but if you're looking for something a bit more quirky to use, you can use tanks, don't use that, helicopters, and even jets, where you can do magical things like bomb an oil ring. Uncle Sam is not going to be happy with this one. Throughout the game, you're going to experience the beauty of Medici and meet the awesome people that live here, like the military of General Di Raviello, the Black Hand, and ChatGPT. You only fight one of them in the base game, because the other two are from the DLC. Oh yeah, the DLC. Now would be a good time to talk about the extra paid content that the game offers, or it would be a better time to talk about the Our story begins in the beautiful Mediterranean Sea, where one general decides to become Mussolini Jr. and takes control of the entire island. Doing so, he found a mysterious material called Bavarium, which is kinda like uranium, but better. So he uses his own people to extract the mineral through slave work, and if they refuse, they die. America was pissed that they couldn't get their hands on the material and sent Mr. Bombastic there due to the very explosive and weirdly magnetic material that's actual lore, by the way, and also liberate the island from the hands of the evil general. We don't care about that shit. This thing gives power to the wingsuit that you see me using throughout the entire video. You can acquire this spinal cord by playing the Sky Fortress DLC, that you can beat it in 30 minutes. I took 1 hour to beat this DLC because I did all of the challenges to upgrade my wingsuit to the max, which was painful. You know what? Let's go to the mech DLC, which gives you a mech. You might notice that I didn't talk about the story of these DLCs until now, because there is literally nothing for me to say. In the Team Fortress DLC, the game turns into Ace Combat 7, where you dodge the missiles from the drones and throws OpenAI into the bottom of the ocean. In the Power Rangers DLC, you have an irrelevant mob fight the Black Hand and destroy the entire mech front in a couple of minutes, while also giving an open ending to the next DLC, which I'll talk about in a minute. Since I want to talk about the wingsuit, this gorgeous thing single-handedly made my experience with the game 10 times better. Why? When fully upgraded, the wingsuit turns your body into an A-10 Warthog with machine guns that fire so fast it's actually hard not to kill a poor civilian, and 3 homing rockets that refresh with time. And you wanna know the best part? You can get this wingsuit 3 missions into the game. Arrive at Medici, help the rebellion, start the first mission, unlock the wingsuit, start the second mission, escort Mario. Mario got stuck. Fuck it, let him die. Start the third mission, put this boat in the water, and this guy as well. Fast travel to the hardest base in the game, and watch out for that nuke. Started the mission, and you just beat the game. Congratulations. Now that you have death and destruction to back you up, it's time to progress with the story. Since the pacing of these missions is pure insanity, go to this satellite station to steal the RTX 5090 early so you sell at eBay. Next mission, you escort not only Mario but also Miyazaki. Wow, this mission is going to be very easy. Drive this truck filled with wine to a party. Go and help your buddies that are receiving fire from the military. Although Mario got shot and he is in the risk of dying? Receiving that information, I decided that the best course of action is to start the final DLC of the game. Since there is only one DLC left, let's talk about it. The Bavarium Sea Heist DLC is the second best DLC of the game, and it's because of the thing you get at the end. At this point, the DLCs of the game are here to add more stuff to your arsenal, so you can commit genocide faster and better. Like the boat that has a jet engine at the back, and by the end of the DLC becomes a literal warship. The climax of this DLC is when you infiltrate the base and steal their special weapon, the Eden Spark, or as I nickname it,
Zeus, your son has returned! I bring the destruction of Olympus!
yes, the devs gave you the power of God, and it's completely busted. The base weapon alone is a menace, but once you upgrade it, yes, this thing can be upgraded, the game enters autopilot mode. Also, the weapon has infinite ammo, if it couldn't get any better. The general gets so desperate that he tries to kill you several times throughout the mission, and it fails every time. At some point, the general says, fuck it, and kills the scientist girl. But that unlocks the nuke launcher, so it only made me stronger. Well, I guess there is nothing else to do. Let's fight the final boss inside of a volcano. Here we stand against the man that put the entire island in slave work. And you are the only one who can liberate thousands of people that you slaughtered throughout the entire game. So you defeat the final boss with the shipping container I fucking miss. Listen here, fucker. I need you to fuck off right now. Just Cause 3 is not a complex game, neither in his story, neither in his gameplay. It's not the game that would make you question why birds are real. Just Cause 3 is simply fun. If you're still concerned about buying the game, I would like to point out that there is no reputation system in this game. I'm going to repeat what I said. There is no reputation system in the game.
Spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle,
Jingle jangle,
as I go riding merrily along.
jingle jangle,
When they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single?
jingle jangle,
And that song ain't so very far from wrong.